Hey everybody, what's going on? It's that educated lady, aka Tia. And I got my boy Walls P with me today,
Yes,
doing more
sir.
videos together. Reunited and it feels so
So
good.
good. Uh-huh. For real, for real. Let's
Oh,
get it.
but
Let's get it going. There's a juicy
yes,
topic too. There's a very juicy topic.
it is. So I'm pretty sure you remember a couple weeks ago, I did a video about Chris Brown and Trey Songz being sued for allegedly sexually assaulting some ladies, right?
Hmm.
You remember that episode, right?
Yeah, I remember it.
So we have some more information that has come out lately, not so much about Trey Songz, but more so on a Chris Brown case.
Okay.
Now, one of the ladies who was suing him for about, I believe, $20 million, they actually posted it on social media today. You probably have seen it, where they're
I
trying to say that,
definitely did.
yeah, they said they have bombshell evidence and recordings of this woman pretty much texting him after the alleged incident because she wanted more. She wanted, and
The D pretty much.
yeah, pretty much. She wanted that. She wanted to get more e-pills, which of course you know what that stands for. We don't want
Hmm.
to get censored.
Hmm.
Also talking about if she needs to take a plan B. Then she hit him up again saying, "Hey, this is my new number. I relocated." Again, about 3 or 4 more times, still trying to get some more from him. So now it's looking like, okay, what's really going on? Is she suing him because he ignored her and stopped responding back to her calls and text messages? Was she really sexually assaulted? So, like, how do you feel about the situation?
Well, me personally, I feel like she was mad that he probably ghosted her. Because a lot of these artists, when like, well, I don't know for sure, but I believe a lot of these artists sometimes it's hit it and quit it, like one shot deal
Mm,
and keep it moving. And looking at the messages and everything, she was saying, "Oh, he's the best that she ever had," stuff
yep.
like that,
Yep.
and was sending him nudes, things like that. So yeah, it sounded like she had her feelings hurt and wanted to get back at him.
Yeah.
So it seemed like she just made some accusations, so to speak, just to get back at him. But what is your take on it?
Well, let me just ask you this, and not to really put you on the spot, but
Okay.
I know you used to do your thing in music.
Hmm.
Like, how was it? Like, did you have a lot of groupies? And I don't want to incriminate you or anything,
Nah.
but did you have a lot of women who were trying to get a little extra close to you after shows, or maybe do a little extra things for some studio time? Like, what was your experience?
See, I didn't have that situation because I was always involved, and whenever I'd perform, I would have my girl right by my side. So
Okay.
there was none of that. Now there was people that saw potential and everything like that, and
Hmm.
hit me up, blah blah blah, but it never went no further than that. So I can't really speak on it. Plus, I never made it to no Chris Brown status or nothing like that. That's a whole nother realm. You
Yeah,
feel me?
but
So
let's be honest and let's talk about it. You do have some women, and unfortunately, I'm probably letting out some secrets, but you do have some women where even if they just see the potential there, it's like they're gonna generate towards you because it's like, oh, he could be the next Diddy, or he could be, you know what I mean? So let me ask you this: as a man,
mhm.
even though you were involved, like what gave you that constraint though? Because like some men married in a relationship, it doesn't matter. Some men don't have that. So, like, what made you feel like, no, I'm staying focused and on my girl?
That's just it. I was staying focused because I had a goal that I was trying to accomplish. So at that point, my mind was focused on doing what I got to do. You get
Mm,
what I'm saying? And when it came to everything, she was there. When I'm in the studio, she's there. Like everything, like, she was pretty much ride or die. So my mind wasn't focused on the other chicks seeing potential and stuff like that because I already had a person who was right there who was supporting me throughout it.
mm,
Because let's be honest, when it comes to the dating scene and people say, "Oh, I'm doing music, whatever," most people see it as, "Oh boy, another person trying to be a rapper." They see it as a fad, so to speak. So
mm.
when you're up and coming, unless you're like out there, like you doing stuff for Hot 97 or you're warming up the mic for celebrities and stuff like that, most people will be like, "Oh yeah, you trying to be another rapper." They see it kind of like try and clown you, so to speak, or have no faith in you. So it's not always just because they see the potential, they think, "Oh, dollar signs." That doesn't happen too much unless you really have a strong following and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. The way that I feel about the situation is like I'm torn. Like I know you can't take this one situation and apply it to all,
Hmm.
but it really does make you wonder like, okay, what about the other, young ladies who have these assault charges or,
Yeah,
these cases against these men? Like, are they telling the truth? Are they jaded? And it's sad because that's how a lot of people view them. It's like who was the other one? Selena Powell. I had
hmm,
mentioned that had accused Trey Songz, and I did mention that in the video as well to give people context. But
yeah,
she claimed, yeah, he sexually assaulted her. She went to the police station, got a rape kit done, all of these things. But then is like, oh, I went to therapy. I forgave him. He's still my favorite artist. And I'm like, wait, what?
yeah,
Like, you do something of that nature to me, I don't want to hear your music. I don't want my friends to even say your name.
yeah.
I don't want to even breathe in the same building that you're in. Like, so that's why I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm confused by like, why are they acting like this, taking this lightly? And then you have women out there who really are sexually assaulted and their cases aren't taken seriously. Or, people just shrug it off, or the first thing they say is, oh, well, what did you do in that situation? Or why did you put yourself in that situation? So it's really hard. And that's
Yeah,
also why in the video I kept saying allegedly, because I'm
hmm,
like, you don't know if these accusations are true or not. And I would never want to tarnish anybody's character, but clearly these women don't care.
yeah. See, it's sad to say, but it's situations like this that people remember the most. You know, it's always the cases like this that becomes the poster child for that said topic. Like, for instance, you could have a million videos or something of cops that are doing good, you know, helping out the community. Then
Yeah.
one video surface of them shooting somebody, that's what everybody holds on to and negate everything else that's positive, so to speak. So
Mhm.
even though you have a lot of cases where you do have victims, people will always look at that one outlier and just be like, "Oh, see, this is what goes on. This is what
Absolutely.
goes on." Now we do have a lot of cases where you do have women that falsely accuse men, but that still shouldn't make us not look at every situation lightly, so to speak. We shouldn't look at it lightly. We should look at it very seriously and do the investigation. Well, at least let the professionals do the investigation, so to speak, and wait for things to come to light before we actually pass judgment.
Mm,
Because soon as the word come out as, oh, such and such did XYZ, you automatically think he or she is guilty,
yeah.
without any of the facts or anything that comes to light, so to speak. But yeah, when you have situations like this, it does mess it up for the real victims out there, and it sometimes make the real victims like go in a shell and think, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything because people are going to think I'm lying. So those selfish actions mess it up for the true victims. And I honestly think, like I said, I think in past videos, I honestly think if a person makes a false accusation
Yeah.
about you, you should be facing criminal charges. Like there should be a consequence because if you know there's no consequence, what's to stop you from when you're angry or whatever, you just want to get even, what's to stop you just to do that, just to hurt the person's career? You know at the end of the day, it might not incriminate them, but you know it's going to do that much of a damage
Yeah.
on their what's the word I'm looking for? On their credentials, I would say,
Yeah. And their
or
reputation.
yeah, their reputation. So yeah, that it definitely put a negative light on many aspects on that person, on real victims. So yeah, it's pretty much in a nutshell. A lot of people get affected because of somebody's selfish actions to do
No, yeah,
something like
right.
that.
Yeah, absolutely right. And even taking it out of the music industry, just in general,
Hmm.
I'll hear about men who will say they have trust issues with women because of the reason that you just said. The minute that something goes awry, it's like, okay, now you're putting my business on social media, or you're blasting me to my friends, or you're,
Hmm.
like all these
Hmm.
different things. And it's like, yeah, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. I really
Yeah,
can.
but with that being said, though, a lot of people, especially men, like when
Yeah.
a woman comes out and say an accusation about a man raping them or something like that, you already have a lot of men, so I'll say especially men, who will come out and say, "Oh, she's lying," this, that, and the third. So, like I said, this this doesn't make the situation any better.
You're right.
You know,
And I
it
mean,
doesn't make it
granted,
any better.
some people will say that Tory Lanez isn't a good spokesperson, but I remember he posted on something on social media, like around the time the accusations came out in the
Hmm.
lawsuit, and he's like, it seems like every time Chris Brown has some type of project coming out, miraculously that's where these accusations are coming from.
Hmm.
So, it also kind of makes you wonder, like, are they purposely trying to take down
Yeah.
certain people? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? But, and then on the flip side, though, I must also point out, I need the men to also be smarter. You can't
I
hit off
agree.
everybody at the after party. You
Hmm.
can't just pull any random person from the audience and bring them back to your hotel. Like, you definitely have to be smart. Like, I remember a friend told me there's an artist, I don't want to say his name because I don't know if it's true or not, but she said there was one artist that she heard of where he would pretty much give women like these NDAs before they even went into his hotel room. Like, his bodyguard gave them the contract, here, sign this, and then okay, whatever happened in the room happened, because you just never know. People are so quick
Yeah.
to turn around and say something, and it could be a lie.
I got one better for you. There was an artist people probably know, but if memory serves me correctly, I believe it was Genuine. He had it where
That's
if
what I was
he,
referring to.
yeah, but I believe it was he recorded, but it's not like he's gonna put it out there, but he recorded it for his records for his safety or something
Mm,
like that. I believe that's what it was on top of filling out that form. So yeah, you could fill out the form and say whatever, but now if it's on video, you go to court, Your Honor, here's the evidence.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is
absolutely.
a
But
that is
even
a
with
that.
that, mhm.
Hmm. No, go on. Even with that,
No,
go
I
on.
would say, like, even with that, I would still encourage people to be careful, because nowadays when you have, who's it, Gloria Allred or whoever it is that everybody flocks to,
Hmm.
you'd be surprised at how people can try to turn that around and twist it and say, oh, well, maybe they were under the influence, or maybe they signed it, or or recorded themselves under duress, or so it's like you still
Hmm.
have to be careful. You just never know.
That is true.
Absolutely. And then also, let's just be honest too. If it's an artist that's, everyone's favorite, sometimes they tend to look the other way about certain things. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Oh
let's look at
yeah.
R. Kelly, for example.
Oh yeah.
People that I know who are from Chicago are pretty much like, oh yeah, we know he did that. Oh yeah, he's known for this. But people swept things under the rug, especially because at the time he was able to pay them off. I mean,
Mhm.
we've seen it in the Surviving R. Kelly, what, episodes 1 through 10,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
however many seasons they had.
Hmm.
But yeah, you see it all the time. It's like if they're your fave, people tend to look the other way. So it really does make you wonder, like, okay, well, did this happen? Did this not happen? And now you're looking at the victim sideways, like, wait a minute. Did they really go through this? Did they not? Did he really pay them off? Or what?
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
That's how it is, man. That's why they're called fans. People seem to forget that fans is short for fanatic.
Yeah,
So if you like that person, you're gonna have a bias and think, oh no, this person
absolutely.
can't do wrong. So I can understand it from a fan basis where you deny it because you like this person. That's like if your significant other do something, you're gonna be like, nah, this person couldn't do it. If you never seen these signs of that person doing it.
Yeah.
So I get it. But at the end of the day, man, let's let the facts come out, more information come out before we pass judgment and have our mind made up. That's where I stand
Absolutely.
with it. That's where I
Absolutely.
stand
And
with
I
it.
say for both of them, for Chris Brown as well as for Trey Songz,
Hmm.
until it goes to court or until we have more information, I
Hmm.
don't think that we should jump to either side, but just more so wait until the evidence comes out. But I will say this bombshell evidence with that, young lady that's suing him for $20 million, this
Hmm.
definitely throws a monkey wrench in her plans if she thought that she was going to get paid.
Facts. And like you said, man, the thing I like that you said is, fellas, be smarter when you're doing your
Yes.
thing. Definitely be
Yes.
smarter because you never know who you're getting into bed with, and you never know what ultimatum they might have or what ulterior motive they might have once you get into bed with them. So,
Absolutely. Even if you're not famous, you still have to
exactly,
protect yourself.
exactly. Think with this head, not the other head.
Yes. Even though
For
it's
real.
hard, but
Yeah, yeah,
literally.
exactly, exactly. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you think, that this woman is lying? Do you think she really was abused or assaulted or, date raped by Chris Brown? Let us know what you think in the comment section. We would love to hear your take.
I definitely look forward to reading your comments. And as always, if any new evidence comes out, we will always give you an update to keep you in the know of what's going on. And I like Chris Brown. I still like Trey Songz. So I'm hoping that the allegations are false. But at the same time, I have to be unbiased and wait for the evidence to come out, just like you
Ex-
all.
Exactly. Well, if it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop new content. And if you like the video, share it amongst your social media platforms to help the channel grow. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, our locals, and also our Discord. The links is in
Yes.
the description. And educated lady be holding it down in the Discord, so definitely join the Discord.
Thanks for that plug.
No problem. Well, with that being said, thank you for joining us. This is Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy Walls P,
And it's your girl, Tia.
and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's a matter of opinion.